Hey, friends, how are you? How are you? I'm Christy from Funky Junk Inspiration. Sorry for being a little bit late. I don't know what I was thinking. Let me see. I bet everybody is panicking. Let me see if I'm live. Let me double check here, you guys, because in the past I have had a few issues with going live on my cell phone. I don't know what's happening with that, but oh, I see people. There I am. I was late, Melissa. Can you believe that? I was sitting here just piddling around. And then I looked up and it was like 2 minutes after. But I was kind of nervous, a little bit nervous, because I was afraid. Here lately I've been having trouble going live. Thank you, Melissa, for sprinkling me over, you guys. Today is the Stencil Soul Sisters event. Yay, there's 4 of us today. There is me, Cindy, Melissa, and Sharon. So make sure you stay tuned all day to check everybody out. Hello, Miss Penny. How are you? Hello, Mama. How are you? How are you? So let's get started. Cindy from Berry Jam Crafts is after me, so make sure you check her out. The link is up in my description. The link to the Stencil Soul Sisters group is also up in my description. What the world I was hung on there, but I was hung on something. Okay, do you guys remember this sign from a while back? We're going to do something on the back. You know me, how I like to do stuff on both sides of my board. So hello, Luann. You're doing a circle today too? Melissa, I seen your post, and I kind of changed my project. I was a little bit afraid that, well, I was going to use the cow print, and I saw you had the cow print, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go switch over to the bees. I've been wanting to do this bee one, so we'll do it. It doesn't matter, though. You know, we both can do all the same things. But here is my thought, okay? I'm going to put some my black Minwax stain down here at the bottom, and then we're going to take the metallic golds with the wonderful little bee pattern here. This pattern right here makes me think of like a quilt, or like one of those leather chairs or something that has all the little buttons and stuff in it. That's what that makes me think of. We're going to put that down there with gold, okay? And then at the top, I'm just going to paint the top gold. I've never painted something this solid gold, but we're going to try it. Okay, now, so then what I want to do is this set right here. This is all from the spring collection. You guys, I have a hair. I don't know if it's in my glasses or what, but it's tickling my nose. I think it's gone. I think it's gone. But anyway, I'm going to take this sign here, or these stencils here, from the home, which is for a 3-foot board. But again, we don't have to do it that way. And it says, it's so good to be, and then home. So I'm going to put, it's so good to. I pulled a B out from our tags, put a B here. And then I'm going to take the word home, instead of doing it vertically, I'm going to do it horizontally on this board. And we'll probably weave in some of these, the little, you can't really see them right here, the little bees with the little lines where they've been flying through the letters. We'll add some of those in. We're just going to kind of improvise and play with it. So I'm going to do the black stain, the gold up there, and I'm going to do the white in the middle. So let's get that started. Now I pulled this out too, because this one here, I like that background too. I don't know. I'm going to change my mind. I have a feeling I'm going to change my mind 100 times as we go, but let's get started. Let's get started and see what happens. Good morning, Erin. I called you Erica. There's Miss Cindy from Berry Jam Crafts. You guys, if you guys have a page, please come on as your page. I welcome that on my page. Whenever I'm live, you're welcome to do that. I just had my gloves. Well, I'll just grab a pair here. I don't know what I did with them. I just had them. Oh, they're right behind me. Oh, well, we'll use these. Need to clean my craft room. That's what that meant. That meant I need to clean up in here. I've got kind of a mess. But hey, that's okay. You guys. But anyway, if you have a page, you're welcome to come on my page as your page. That does not bother me at all. And all you guys, if you don't follow some of these ladies that are crafters, I welcome you to do that. That would be awesome to do that. What was I going to, oh, I need to pop this open. Losing my train of thoughts. Good morning, Becca. How you doing? Becca makes some beautiful things too. Oh, you're not late. I was actually late. Can you believe that? Been sitting here all morning. Had to get up early because my you guys, I don't think I got this lid shut very good last time. Oh well, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm just going to use what's right here on the top. Now this is Min Wax Wood Finish Solid Colored Stain. It's water-based, so you don't have to worry about, thank you, Miss Shanna. You don't have to worry about your rags or anything like that because it's not oil-based, it's water-based. Okay? And they have solid or they have semi-transparent. This one is solid. It's a little bit darker than the semi-transparent. It's what I have, so that's what I'm using. Now, if it comes on too dark, if I want it a little bit lighter, since it's water-based, what we can do is we can lighten it up with just adding a little bit of water to it. Or we could take some white stain, which I didn't pull over here. Guess I should have. And we could make it a little bit lighter by adding white stain over the top of it. I'll show you what I mean by that, because I did it just the other day. But see, I'm liking how I just kind of keep wiping and wiping so that it's not super dark, but it's dark enough. So, there we go. Now, I'm going to sit that right over there. You guys, I'm going to make a little bit of noise. I'm going to tap that shut, because if I don't and I knock it over, it's going to be all over the place. So, there we go. So we got that. So look right there. Now what I did was I went on this side where this line was, and I made a middle pencil mark in the middle. And then how I decided how wide I wanted that, I cheated. I just took a piece of this that comes with my stencils and made it as wide as that. So, and then I just drew a line and put my tape there. So, see how good that looks? That way, when I hang my hanger on here, because I'm going to drill a couple holes up here to do my hanger, when I flip it around, it'll still be centered. So, okay, so we're going to let that dry, and I'm going to turn this around right here, and we're going to go ahead and get our gold up here. All right, and then we're going to stencil down there while this dries, and we're going to move our tape and all that. So, there we go. So, hey, Caroline. Hey, it's good to see you too. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. Let's get us a good sized paintbrush to paint up here. So I don't need my gloves on anymore. So let's take them puppies off right there. All right, this is just Venetian gold. Venetian gold. Venetian gold. I don't know how to say it. See it? Something like it's gold. How's that? It's just gold. So I'm just going to put some paint on here, and we're just going to put it on here. Now, I have never just used the metallics as like a background, so let's hope that this looks good. I'm sure it does. You guys, you know what I just thought of? I didn't send out a text that I was going live. I had plenty of time. I've been up since early this morning. My granddaughter started her first day today in her training for she's doing Barbizon Modeling Talent Agency School for acting type of things, and today was her first day. So I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning, so I had plenty of time to do this stuff and didn't do it. I was just sitting, I'm telling you, I was a couple minutes late going live, and it's kind of funny because I was just sitting here. I wasn't doing anything. I was just sitting here thinking through the project, and isn't that funny? Just got lost in my own mind. That's pretty. I think that's a pretty gold. I think it's going to be beautiful. It seems like it has like brush marks on it, but I bet when it dries it won't. So I need to just stop messing with it, and if we got to add another layer, we'll add another layer. But see, I think that turned out very pretty. A pretty gold right there. Okay, so let's go down here and let's pull out our little this set is called the Bee Trellis and Honeycomb Patterns. So it has the honeycomb, and then it has the little bee things. So I just really like those little bees. I haven't even used it yet, so this is going to be the first time using it. So here we go. So today we only have 4 visiting us instead of all of our other girls. It's just so busy. Yes, you know what? I did that when I was in middle school. She's a sophomore, but I can remember going down and doing that, and it was neat because, you know, it's not about, I mean, it is, but it's not necessarily all about just learning, like, you know, modeling or acting or whatever. It's kind of a, it helps you with your self-esteem. It helps you feel better about yourself and stuff like that. So I'm excited about that for her. But anyway, I'm trying to decide if I want my end to be like in the middle of a bee or if I want it to be on a line. I'm thinking I'm going to, you know what, I think it doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm thinking that it matters, but I don't think it really matters. Let's do it. Let's put the top. Why do I have to make things difficult? I don't know. There we go. The top first little stripe of the bee is along my tape. Why does it matter? Why does it matter? It don't. So we're going to put a little bit of the gold paint over here. Now this paint is super thin. It's a super thin paint that's metallic. So we really, really want to make sure that when we get it on our stencil brush, that it is super duper dry, because I don't want to have bleed through. Now I'm going to tell you what I tell you guys all the time. Bleed through doesn't hurt anything. It adds character. Nothing is perfect. You go look at anything at Hobby Lobby or any of your fancy stores, and they are not perfect. So we don't have to put that pressure on us to make things perfect. If it's beautiful the way you like it, it's perfect. So, oh, it's his 9th. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy NASCAR Sunday. Yep, there you go. Okay, so here we go. Now, if I have to add a couple of coats of this, that's fine with me, but I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful because I don't necessarily want it to be like bright gold. If I wanted it to be bright gold, I probably wouldn't have put it over the top of black, but I am going over black, so there is a possibility that we might have to put a couple coats on, but that's okay. It's better to do the extra coats than to try to get it on there all at once. And I keep adding more to my brush because I'm putting it very thin. I'm really trying to wipe it off when I run it off. So, but I'll tell you guys a little secret. If you're new to stenciling, a lot of times when you're looking at your stencil, you're right here on top of it, you're thinking to yourself, I'm not hardly getting any paint on here. It doesn't look like it has anything on there. You know, I'm going to have to put 16 coats on it, or I'm going over here and grabbing more paint when I don't need to, and all that kind of stuff. But if you'll just trust the process, as we always say, put it on here, and just lift it up and look at it. It's a lot brighter than what you think. A lot brighter. So, somebody say something. Did I miss poo on them? I haven't said that yet. I haven't said that. I'm always saying that. That's funny. Yeah, if people don't like what you got and they're looking at your project too close and noticing things that they shouldn't be noticing, you know, poop on them. They don't need to be your friends anyway, right? Right? That's funny. Lisa teases me all the time because I'm always saying that. I'm like a 54-year-old, 8-year-old kid. Okay, so let's look at this and see if we think that it needs a second coat or if we should just leave it alone. It probably is going to be just leave it alone. So I'm going to leave my tape over here. I'm going to pull it up a little bit over here, but I'm also going to put my hand on my stencil because I don't want it to move. Now, if it moves, it's okay. We can line it right back up. But see how that turned out? You can barely see those. I don't see those very well. So here's what I'm going to do because we're putting that gold on there. I kind of figured this might happen. We're going to go over them with white and let it dry, and then we'll put gold back over the top. So let me get some white out here because it's a metallic like that. I'm thinking that we need to put the white underneath it. So I'm going to just not worry about the fact that there's gold already on there. We're just going to go over it with the white, and then we'll go over it again with the gold. And I'm not putting a thick coat on, I'm just putting a nice thin coat on. But I couldn't see it very well. And you know, this metallic paint is so thin that sometimes it's hard. Especially going over the black. I should have tried this first, and then I would have known that, but I didn't. I never try things first. I always just go for it. And if it don't turn out or turn out the way we like it, we work on it until we like it, right? We just keep playing until we like it. So here we go. I think this white and then the gold over the top will help. It just didn't really show up on there. These are teeny little bees. So there's a lot of little detail in there. So here we go. Let's see if that shows up a little bit better. And then, like I said, we'll put the gold on top. After it dries, I'm going to put my hand right here and hold that. Now see, that sticks up just a little bit better. Okay? Now, I can see that I've got some bleed through and stuff, but we're not going to worry about it. I'm going to go right back to my gold. On my gold brush, and I'm just gonna ever so lightly. I don't really need. I think I just want a hint of the gold in them. I think that might be kind of cool. I'm just kind of going over it, not getting a little crazy. So since I do have a little bit of bleed through on my sign, it's just such a thin paint. It's all the gold that's got a little bit of bleed through. The white didn't bleed through. But it's just so thin. So what we will do when we're done is we will sand it a little bit, and you will never notice it. You will never notice it. It's not anything that's real bad. So here we go. And you guys might not even be able to see it on the camera. So, but I can see it sitting right up here close. So yeah, I think I like how that turned out, where it's a little bit white with a little bit of gold there. See that? It's a hint of gold. So we go with the flow, right? So I'm going to dry it just a little bit to make sure it's dry before I lay the stencil right down on top of it again. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm not going to put the gold down first. I'm just going to put the white, and then we'll put the little bit of the gold on top. So now how I'm going to line this back up is I just make sure I'm off my board, and I just line it up with the lines and the bees there. Okay? So here we go. Here we go. Right there. I like it too. I think it stands out pretty good. Okay, now I don't want to go back over the ones that I just did. So I want to just up it. Let's make sure I didn't just move it, because I did. Cariste. I moved it. Nice. Great. Good job. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Right there. That's about, I think that's going to get it right there. All right. And now I'm going to take my gold. Now, ideally, I probably should let that white dry, but you know what? It's all good. I think it'll be just fine. Because it does kind of mix with the white a little bit. But let's see what that looks like. Let's see what that looks like. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I kind of like how that looks. See that? It's just kind of, it's not on there real bright. It's just kind of hinted on there. And see how some of them are still white and some of them are the gold. I like it. I like it. So, anybody doing anything fun today besides watching us all day? You got any plans or birthday parties? We got a birthday party. We've got someone doing a birthday party for her grandson. Actually, she said she was talking to him for his birthday. So by that, I'm taking it they must live in different states or something. That, you know, or his party's not today, but it's his birthday. So, we don't have birthday. Actually, today is my Aunt Elda's birthday. Or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, now that I say that. Days all run. When you work third shift, days run together. You get kind of confused on what day of the week it is and what's actually going on that day. But my Aunt Elda's birthday was either today or yesterday. Can't remember. So, shame on me. But there we go. I kind of like that. Now, when is this? That's a difficult stencil to do, I have to say. So, yeah, that stencil, all my stencils are from Essential Stencil. That's what all of us have in common. Here it is. This particular one comes with the honeycomb and the one that I was just using. And it is called Bee Trellis and Honeycomb Patterns. It's by Essential Stencil. And I didn't even put my code up in my description, but it is on my page. At checkout, if you type in Funky Junk, you'll save 10%. So, I don't know why I was thinking about that. Okay, so up here, we're going to stop right there. So now what I need to do is this down here, what I think I'm going to do real fast, is I'm going to take my sandpaper, and I'm just going to very lightly go over it, because I put more than one coat of paint on it, so you can feel all that. I'm just going to kind of go over it just to knock some of that down. And when I wax this and clear coat it, the black will pop right back up off of there. Okay, so I'm going to pull this tape off. I'm not going to toss the tape because I'm going to put it right here because we're going to paint this center white in here to do our letters. Now, if I don't line these up perfectly, it's okay, because what we'll do when we are all done is we will take a paint pen or something, or just paint, either one, and put right along that edge to give it a finished look, unless you are absolutely perfect and can get that lined up really well. I usually end up having white where I didn't want it and black where I didn't want it. So right there, I just flipped them around because we're going to paint this center white. Now I already have some white over here, so we're just going to use that. And I'm just going to go, when you've got tape on your board, make sure you're not going up into the tape, you're pulling away from the tape, so you don't get paint up underneath your tape. And you also don't want to leave your tape on and let your paint get completely dry, because if it dries and you pull your paint off and there's paint on your tape too, a lot of times what happens is that's when you pull some of the paint up and then you don't have a nice crisp line, as crisp as you could possibly get it. You know, nothing is perfect. So, it's like I have something on my board. Probably where I sanded it a little bit ago, because I had some paint from the other side on this side. So I'm just going around my edges first, and then we'll do the center. Now, if your paint's too thick and not spreading real well, just add a little water to it. You know, I usually keep a little spray bottle of water up here to spray when my paint seems to be too thick. Right there. Because we don't want this so thick that it doesn't dry real good for us, because then we'll be sitting here forever waiting on it to dry. So see, I'm just going to wet my wood right there, and then I'm going to add a little paint, more paint over here, and that'll help it spread a little bit easier, and it'll also make it a little bit thinner so it dries a little bit faster. So, because it doesn't have to be perfectly white, you know. So anyway, lots of little events going on today. I noticed when I was scrolling through Facebook earlier, a lot of my friends were doing some events today. Now the Stencil Soul Sisters, our little group here, it seems like about every quarter we try to do something. I'm going to see if anybody wants to do something in about a month. But it is hard. We all have lives and things going on to get everybody to be able to participate. So if one of your Stencil Soul Sister isn't here this time, then next time they will, maybe they'll get to be on here. So just keep watching. Yes, I like watching all of us too. Everybody is so sweet and so nice. Softball with your granddaughter, yeah. We just finished, yeah, we're on spring break. So we started softball this last week, or week before last is when official school softball started. They've had like winter workouts. But my granddaughter just got off of basketball season, my youngest one. We finished that up 2 weeks ago, and last weekend was the last weekend for our travel volleyball tournaments. So now we're into softball. So now it's going to be busy, busy, busy with softball. But it's spring break this week for them. The youngest one went to Arkansas to visit with her father and stepmom. And then the oldest one, she stayed home. She's a sophomore in high school, so a few of her friends didn't go anywhere over spring break, so they're going to do some little fun things. So, yeah, I know, Shanna couldn't make it this go around, but Shanna, you had a good reason. Shanna's, she's posted about it on her page, so I don't think she would care. So she, her husband had surgery, and so she needed to take care of her husband, so there was no committing to doing anything, and that's completely understandable. Shanna, maybe we can get something together for next month or the month after and get you included in this, because she's been in all of our groups. So, like I was saying, just be patient. You know, if you don't see everybody, they'll be on. I promise. They'll be on. So, had to leave my grocery order, right? Had to get the cold stuff. Yeah. I have never done that. I have never ordered my groceries. You know, there she is. Yes, definitely. Alrighty. So, I have never ordered my groceries. We always go. So, I don't know. They probably deliver clear out at our house, but I don't know if they do or not. So, but I just kind of want to get that dry. Okay, so I'm going to pull my tape off. Oh, my line's not too bad there. The line's not too bad, so we might not have to do something. But here's what we've got so far. So we've got 3 sections here. Right there. You order yours every... No, I've never done that. Never done that, lady. Never, never. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is to get me a center point. Let me get a little piece of tape off of here. Okay? Now, I put a piece of tape here. See that? It's at the top of this line on this side. And that's what I based that other side on. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I had a piece of tape there and it fell off. Okay? So now I know that is approximately my center. All right? That's approximately my center. So my little board here that I have, one of them I wrote, or I drew little arrows on in pencil so you can't see them. Okay, I've got 2 little arrows that are right in the middle of this board, right here. Okay, I guess that tape really didn't matter. But anyway, I'm going to take this right here, and at that spot, I'm just going to take my pencil, and this just helps me line up. It's nothing exact, but I'm just going to kind of very faintly mark that middle there. Okay, I'm going to mark it on both ends of this. All right? And then I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to mark it again. I'm going to lay it in between there. I'm going to mark it right there. Okay? So now what I can do is I can take my little pencil marks, and I'm not going to put a very dark line. I'm just going to kind of kind of just go right along there. So I have the idea of where the center is, so that my letters, I can put my letters kind of center on my square. See that? You can barely see that. See, I drew a little line in there. I don't even think you can see it on camera, just to help. Yeah. Her decorated round, yes. And yes, Mr. James, from what she has posted, is doing very well, so we're all happy about that. Okay, so now the middle of my letter. All right, so we can get technical here and get us a ruler out. Where is my ruler? There it is. Okay, so I can take my letters if we want to. My letters are about 3 3/4, so that'd be 1 1/2, 2 5/8 would be about the center of each letter, which would be about, no, 2 1/8 would be about the center. So if I wanted to, I could set that right there. It's basically underneath that hook on that H. All right. Now, one thing I do want to do is I want to take this and I want to kind of line it up here on my letters for the bottom, so that because there's a line there, to keep it straight across. Okay, so I'm going to lay this on here and see how this is going to look. I'm all over the place, you guys. I know I am. Okay, so we need to go back this way. I really want this over here as far as I can get it. And my O would be about right here. Now what you can do is I could take a little pencil mark and mark right there, so I know that that's where my O is, since I have this to put on here next to it to make sure that I'm starting in about the right spot, and that looks pretty good right there. We might be able to go just a little farther over. Okay, does that make sense? I'm kind of all over the place on that, but I'm leaving this here so that I kind of have my letters in a straight line. So let's just get started. Let's quit talking about it and let's just do it. Let's just do it. Now I'm going to do these in black so that they stand out real well there. Let me get me a stencil brush here real quick. Now I don't want to do the little squiggly lines just yet, okay? So I'm going to take a piece of tape and I'm going to cover that up so that I don't go over it. And this one in here is a little bit close, right there. Okay, so I don't want to do those quite yet. I'll just stick that there. Okay, now we will probably go in and do that, but we're going to wait just a little bit before we do it. How we doing? We're doing good on time. And here we go. The easy part's the stenciling. The stenciling part's what goes fast. It's getting your background and your paint dry and all that kind of fun stuff. It's usually what takes a little bit longer. Now, if you didn't want to spend the time to tape that stuff off, you can take one of your little card pieces that come with your stencil and you can just hold it as kind of like a barrier in there if you wanted to. I should have took this mat off of here. To kind of keep, see, I just touched that one right there. So that's okay. We're not going to worry about it. We'll fix it. And just go right there. Now, I'm not trying to get every single little area. I'm just kind of getting it on there. It's okay with me if it's a little bit light, I should say. Okay, so there is the H. Where did I set the others? Here they are. And here we go with our O will be next. And we were saying about right there was good. I don't really need to tape anything off here because there's not a whole lot around the O. Right there. Now I am trying to hold this center part of my stencil down. This middle part on your O's are a little flimsy because the little bridge there, you can move, you could possibly move that center piece. And just hold it down with your fingers, because the ideal thing is to keep your stencil flat, just like that. There we go. There we go. Now, I'm going to pull my M over here, and I'm going to take my little guy here, And put him here so he's straight. Don't want to move it very bad. Okay. Right there like that. And again, nothing has to be perfect. I just want to make sure I have enough room to get my E on there. We don't want to make a boo-boo and not be able to get our E on. Slide this back just a tish right there. Just like that. Now here, I do need to tape off because the little squiggly goes right through the letter right there. So I'm just gonna put that on there, cover that one, and a little teeny piece for here will work just like that. Now, like I said, I'd probably do those, but I kind of wanted them to be all on the white, is why I was holding off on doing them right this minute so that we could move them around a little bit. So that'll be, you know, the fine pickings, or the fine tuning your project when you're done, I guess you could say. So I really like this too. Thank you. I really think it's going to be cute. I usually do very, you know, lots of color and things like that. And this is kind of a little bit not very colorfully, but I think it's going to be cool because I love bees, you guys. The bees and the dragonflies and things like that. I absolutely love them. So this will be a fun thing to put on the porch. Now again, see, I'll show you, like right here, see, I can cover that with this. And so, oh, I need to pull that one off because it is underneath it. Look how crooked that is. We may have had a disaster. Let's see, there we go. We'll paint over that. I did start to stencil that before I should have, and I got ahead of myself. And I've got a little bit of black paint up there. Actually, I'm gonna just fix it right now. See that? Let's just get a little bit of paint right there. There we go. See, got a little bit there. See, we just touch up where our little boo-boos are. Not a big deal. And looks like I just didn't cover the little marks very well. There we go. Nobody to the wiser. Right there. There. I'm going to dry that a little bit, and we'll put our E on. No need to panic. Oh, good. I'm glad you have some ideas. There's been a lot of really neat ideas on the Essential Stencil page to do with a lot of the new stencils. And, you know, that's what's kind of funny, ironic. I don't know what word you would use here, but there's always so many cool ideas. I can't ever decide what I for sure want to do with mine. And then 90% of the time, then I end up doing something completely different than what they do. But sometimes I just, you know, that's why they're on there. If you see something that somebody's doing and you want to do that for your house, do it. Do it. You don't have to worry about, you know, possibly thinking like you're copying off of them. You know, that's why we put inspiration up, is for people to get inspired by it. And even if it's pretty much the same thing, it's okay, you know. Because like my friend Melissa, who will be on later, from Junk and Craft Treasures, everything she makes, I want to make. Everything Shanna makes, everything any of them make. It's like, oh my gosh, I want to make that. Oh, that's so pretty. And it's always funny because, you know, you can sit down here and get started on your project, and you have all these fun ideas because you've had all this inspiration to do stuff. But yours always turns out just a little bit different. You might have started out doing the same thing, but I guarantee you end up adding your own spin on it and stuff like that. So no worries, ladies. That's why they have them on there. But there's some talented ladies out there doing some really neat projects. Okay, so now it says home. Woohoo, we got that far. Whew. Felt like I've been working really hard at this. There we go. Okay, so now let's get our It's Good to Be. Now I'm going to put that right about there, and then we're going to put this B. I'm not going to put the B on there, so the word B. So I think we'll just stick it right about, I'm going to slide it down just a little bit, about right there. And we're going to do it in the black. And see, I didn't even add any more paint to my brush. Might have to, I just did the B, you guys, dang it. That's okay. I meant to not stencil the word B, and I got overly excited talking, and I did it. But anyway, I didn't add a whole lot of paint to my brush. I just touched it a little bit. A little bit goes a long way when you have it up in your bristles like that. You feel like it's getting dry, but just keep, you know, don't push harder. Just keep going right there. You guys are probably were telling me, Christy, don't do the B, don't do the B, but I did. That's okay. That's okay. We're still going to put that B on there because I think that B is cute. So I'm going to get me a little piece of tape here and cover up the word happy. And I'm going to cover this word happy. And we're going to do this little B right here. Whoops. There we go. But anyway, I hope you follow along, everybody, and everybody would love it if you'd follow their pages. And like I said, go join our little Stencil Soul Sisters group. There's stuff in there that's being shared in there all the time. There's lots of lives going on in there. They're not necessarily lives for that, you know, in the group, but they're being shared into the group. Anything Essential Stencil, that's what all of us have in common. We put this group together because we were all doing stuff with Essential Stencils. We just thought it would be kind of fun. So, there we go. Just pull that off. Jeez. You guys, I just thought of something I'm going to do. I'm going to put another E right here. Because it's good to be like a bee. I mean, why not, right? So I'm going to cover the B up right there. I'm going to make it be a bee. I'm going to make it be a bee. Cover that up. Right there. So it's good to be. Oh, let's set that there. So right there we go. That's cute. I think that's cute. Now I could stop right here if I wanted to. But of course I'm not going to. That would be too easy, right? That would be too easy. So I'm going to grab my letters back that I've got tangled up here. And let's start adding some of these in around these letters, okay? Now I could have done it when I was doing it, but I didn't. And now that I'm looking at it, you know what would be kind of cool is, even though like this goes up on the gold, I think it would look okay to go ahead and have it go up on the gold. At first I was going to want to keep it down on the white part, but I think it would look kind of neat to have them. Let's just do it. Let's take the tape off where I covered the spots up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick this back on here, each one of the letters, and we'll just evaluate each one as we go, okay? So just lining it right back up, right there, very simply done, there like that, and we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. Like I said, at first I thought, no, I don't want to have it going up on the gold or down on the black at the bottom, but I think it'd be kind of neat. I think I like the fact that they're going through all the letters and stuff there too. Where's my little card? I don't want to get down here. Okay. So, right there. And some of it's off of the board, and that's okay too. We're not going to fret about that. Now you could go in and we could take, I might not get this done because I've decided I'm going to try to do this too. We're going to take our brush that has the gold on it. We're going to take a little bit of this gold here. Okay? And I'm just going to touch along his little butt, the little bee butt, you know? Just a little bit of gold along the bee butt. see what that looks like. See, that just adds just a hint of the gold in his, let's see if I can get that in the right spot. See how it has just a little bit of the gold on the butt? It's kind of hard to see in there, but I think that looks kind of neat. Kind of something different. How we doing? We're doing great. We're doing great. So let's pull the tape off of this one. And like I said, we're just going to go back over those letters there and just put these little squigglies. Now this is going to be a little different because this has the O and the M on it. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is it kind of comes around like this. And then I think what I'll do is I'll stop it like right here. Let's see. Let's stop it right. Let's stop it right there. I don't know. We'll see if this works. Where'd my board card go? I'm going to stop it right here. And, oh, not that one. Let's use the black one. Okay. And we're going to flip it so that that B, we can grab that B and have him on here too. Okay. So we have the line there. It stops right there. See that? Okay, so now we're going to take this. I'm going to just, I want a couple little boogers coming off of there. We'll put it about, I'm going to kind of angle it at a little bit different direction so it doesn't look like he's flying into space. Let's just spin it like that. Just like that. Okay, and we'll start right here and get this B. See that? See, just kind of manipulating the stencil so that it's the way that, you know, I want it on there. I need some more paint on my brush. So, right here we go. So, always remember, you know, you like all of us say all the time, you can take multiple stencils or, you know, different ideas and things like that and do different things with it. So, see, I'm kind of moving that around. See, he's right up in there. Okay, so now our O really doesn't have anything going through it. So we're not going to put it back on. So we may come back and do something different there. But I don't know what I did with my H, you guys. Here it is. Here it is. So we may do something different there. We'll have to see. Let's put it the right direction. Just like that. Okay, now I'm not going to do that one. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Again, we're just going to manipulate it around until we see how we want the bees to be on there. Now, I could probably, this probably should have went this way. So look, I'm going to flip this around like this. Okay, and I'm not going to touch my letter because I'm doing it on the back side of what I did before. Okay, and I'm just going to go, let's get some paint on our brush. And we're going to do this B right down here. But I don't want to go over my letter again because it's not lined up perfectly. Okay, so just adding some fun stuff. They're two different sets. Yes, this is a different set than this one here. I'll show those to you guys again here in just a second. Give me just a second. I'll show them to you again. So we have this with the honeycomb, and then we have this set with the It's Good to Be Home that I'm using. It's called It's Good to Be Home. It's part of the new spring stencils. So it's that one there. And then the other one, I'll pull it off the ground just a second and show it to you. That really made some gold there. Okay, so there's that one. But I feel like we need some more stuff happening up through here. Let's make sure that's dry. So let's, I like that little heart. I like the little heart. So what if we just have, let's just go right here with this. See, I just came right off the letter, right there in the little heart. We're just going to come up to about here, and then we'll put a B on the end of this one right here. And that kind of pulls in the O since it didn't really have anything with that one. So right there. And we'll just have this little guy. Just use him. Got it down on my white. Always make sure you're paying attention and not coming down off of your stencil onto your paint down there like I just did. So, but like I said, everything's fixable, so it's not a big deal. So see how we're doing? All the little bees right there. So now, if I was paying better attention, I probably wouldn't have put that bee as close to that one, but it's okay. I'm not gonna, it's not like I'm gonna, you know, start over or anything like that. But I'm gonna look here at some of these guys, and I think I want to put one. Kind of want to put one right here. Let's see. I just kind of want him there. You know, he doesn't necessarily have to have a trail. Dang it, I keep grabbing that. I'm not putting it back. Just like this. Just a bunch of bees. Just a bunch of bees. Let's go crazy with bees here. I think they're so cute. So cute. Just put a little bee there. We could do something like this, so he does have a little trail. I don't know that he necessarily needs a trail, but might as well do it as long as we're playing around here. Right there. Let me get a little more paint. The paint's drying out real fast on me. I've got a fan blowing because it's hot up here. It's like 60 some degrees today, which is unusual because it has been very cold lately. Ooh, I need to have a couple more. I need to have at least one more little guy there. Was way off of him. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I think we should stop, even though I didn't put the gold on this guy. So let me fix him real quick. Just like this right here. Otherwise, I'll just keep adding more stuff. That's what I do. I just keep adding more and more and more. So I think that looks kind of cute like that. What do you guys think? Do you guys like that? I think it looks pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm going to pull the tape off, and let me show you the stencil packs again. Then we're going to frame in the whole board. I'm going to take my stencil brush. Let me just move this stuff. Okay, the two stencil packs that I used was, where's the other one go? Right here. I used this one here, which is the bee trellis and the honeycomb, right there. And then I used this one right here, and it's the Good to Be Home. Now, if you go and use Funky Junk at checkout, you will save 10%. So make sure you do that. Now I'm gonna take my stencil brush, and I'm just gonna frame this in so that it looks like it has a finished edge on it. As our little friend Shanna there always says, frame in your project. I think it just adds something to your boards. I learned that from her, from watching her. I've watched Shanna for a long time. I watched all these ladies for a long time before I even started, you know, going live and stuff like that. A lot of these ladies I've watched for a minute. They are amazing, and I feel blessed to be working with them because it's, you know, it's fun when you've watched somebody and then you get to work with them on stuff. It's like, it's kind of like you're starstruck a little bit. Oh, I don't want to get paint on my shirt. You guys like our shirts we got? Aren't they cool? I love them. I love them. You guys, now, boo-boo mark right here where I got over a little bit. I'm just going to take my paint while I see it right now and go over that. Nobody will ever notice that right there. And there's a little spot there. I'm just going to cover just like that. Just like that. Now, you could put a line here, but I think they came out pretty crisp. So, you guys, Cindy from Berry Jam Crafts is up after me. Her link is up in my description. So, go check her out. And make sure you join the Stencil Soul Sisters. This is a huge round. I don't remember how big it is. It's like, yeah, it's like 18 inches. So it's huge. So I got this from somewhere. I think I got it from Craft Deals or something a long time ago, and it's been sitting here. But I think that turned out pretty cute. I like this gold up here. Now we need to put a little bow or something over here, which I'll do later. But it is on the back of this one here. So there you go. You guys, that's what we did today. And I hope you'll stay tuned all day and watch all of us. And Cindy from Berry Jam Crafts is next. Please go check her out. And like I said, Funky Junk at checkout at Essential Stencil will save you 10%. We'll be going live again, probably in a month, about 6 weeks, I think. We'll try to do another little event and just check everybody out. So I hope you guys have a great day and an even better tomorrow. So I'll see you over on Cindy's page. Bye-bye.